You're 32 years old, and you've spent your entire career believing that numbers are the only thing in this world that don't lie. You are a senior architect for the Global Risk Fund. You don't handle cash, you handle human value. Your job is to tell the government which citizens are an asset to the economy and which ones are just dead weight. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. The office is dead silent except for the low, predatory hum of the cooling fans. You're running a routine stress test on the new central bank digital ledger. It's a system designed to be a god, monitoring every cent, every heartbeat, every debt. But then the screen flickers. For a split second, the top-level encryption fails. The anonymous ID numbers disappear, and real names start crawling across your monitor like insects. You see a list highlighted in a cold neon violet. The heading at the top doesn't say risk factor. It says liquidation window. Your heart starts to drum against your ribs. You scroll down, your eyes wide. You see your neighbor's name, an old man who's lived next door to you for 10 years. His window for liquidation is set for 4 a.m. That's less than 60 minutes from now. You feel a knot of pure ice tightening in your stomach. Your fingers are shaking as you scroll faster. You reach the S section, then the T section, and then you stop breathing. There it is. Your name, your employee ID, your entire life. Status: expired. Liquidation window: 0600 hours today. You look at the digital clock on the wall. It's 03:02 a.m. In exactly 178 minutes, the system you helped build is going to delete you. You aren't being fired. You aren't being arrested. You are being rebalanced to protect the nation's sovereign credit rating. Suddenly, the air in the room feels thin. You hear a soft, heavy click from the hallway. The electronic locks on your office door just engaged. They didn't lock the world out. They locked you in. Your smartphone, sitting right there on the desk, suddenly feels like a live grenade. Usually it's your connection to the world. Now it's a tracking beacon for a hit squad that doesn't exist on paper. You have less than 3 hours to find out why the world's most loyal auditor was just marked for death. But first, you have to find a way to escape a building that was designed to be your tomb. The glass of your office window isn't just glass, it's a cage. You look at the door, locked. You look at the vent, too small. You have exactly 177 minutes left. You grab your encrypted laptop and smash the emergency fire alarm. The building erupts in a deafening red strobe light. In the chaos, the security system defaults to fail-safe mood. The doors click open. You don't run. You vanish into the smoke. You hit the stairs, skipping 3 at a time. Your lungs are burning, but you don't stop until you reach the basement parking. You reach for your car keys, but before you can touch the handle, your car's headlights flash twice. The engine starts by itself. The doors lock. The car isn't yours anymore. The government has hijacked the internal OS. Through the windshield, you see the car's dashboard screen glow red. Hazardous asset transport in progress. The car begins to drive itself toward the nearest police station. You dive out of the way just as the tires screech against the concrete. You're on foot now. You pull your phone out to call for help, but the screen is already changing. Your banking app pings. 1 notification, then 10, then 50. Minus $5,000, minus $20,000, minus $100,000. In the time it takes you to cross the street, your life savings have been wiped. Your credit cards are being reported as stolen. Your digital ID is being flagged as a terrorist threat. The algorithm isn't just killing your body, it's murdering your existence in real time. You duck into a narrow, rain-soaked alleyway. You catch your reflection in a puddle.
For a second, you don't recognize yourself. You look like a ghost. Suddenly, every screen in the city, the giant billboards, the bus stop displays, the ATMs, they all flicker at once. Your face appears on every single one of them. Wanted, amnesia protocol active. If seen, do not approach. You aren't a person anymore. You're a glitch that the city is trying to fix. Then a burner phone in a nearby trash can starts to ring. You shouldn't pick it up. It's impossible. But you do. The voice on the other end is a distorted rasp. "They didn't mark you for death because of a mistake, Auditor," the voice says. "They marked you because you're the only one who knows the liquidation list isn't a prediction. It's an invitation. Meet me at the Black Site docks in 20 minutes or don't bother meeting anyone ever again." The phone goes dead. You look up. A police drone is hovering directly above the alleyway, its blue light washing over your face. The countdown is now at 02:10:44.
The drone's spotlight cuts through the rain like a blade. You dive behind a rusted shipping container just as the blue light sweeps over the spot where you were standing. Your heart is a hammer in your chest. You're sweating in the freezing cold. You reach the docks. This is the gray zone, a place where the city's fiber optic cables don't reach. The air smells like salt, oil, and decay. Out of the shadows, a figure emerges, a woman wearing a coat that's seen too many winters. She doesn't have a phone. She doesn't have a smartwatch. She has something much more dangerous, a physical map. "Welcome to the afterlife," she whispers. Her voice sounds like sandpaper. She leads you into a hollowed-out warehouse. Inside, there are dozens of them, people sitting on crates, huddled around old-fashioned fires. Engineers, doctors, teachers. "Who are these people?" you ask, your voice trembling. "The dead," she replies. "The system liquidated them months ago. Their bank accounts were emptied, their property seized, their identities deleted. To the world, they committed suicide or moved away. In reality, they just became invisible." She pulls you toward a flickering monitor powered by a car battery. "You thought you were an auditor for a fund," she says, pointing at the screen. "But look at the source code you found tonight. Look at the names again." You lean in. The liquidation list isn't random. It isn't about saving the economy. You see the pattern now. Every person on that list has one thing in common. They were all witnesses. A nurse who saw a politician enter a private clinic. A janitor who found a shredded document in a central bank. And you, the man who found the $500 billion lie. The expiration date isn't an economic calculation. It's a cleanup operation. Suddenly, the warehouse doors groan. The people in the shadows don't move. They just lower their heads. They've seen this before. A black SUV with no plates and no lights rolls silently into the center of the room. The windows are tinted pitch black. "They tracked you," the woman says, her eyes filled with a terrifying pity. "They didn't follow your phone. They followed your heartbeat. The new CBDC chips, they're biometric. You can't run from your own pulse." The SUV door opens. No one steps out. Instead, a voice comes through the vehicle's external speakers. "Mr. Auditor, you have 60 minutes left on your clock. You can die in this dirt with the ghosts, or you can come with us and help us write the list for tomorrow." You look at the woman. You look at the black car. Your identity is gone. Your money is gone. Your life is a countdown timer hitting 0. The choice isn't between life and death anymore. It's between being a victim or becoming the executioner. The interior of the SUV smells like expensive leather and ozone. It's a tomb on wheels. You sit in the back seat, staring at the man in the tailored suit sitting across from you. He doesn't have a name tag. He doesn't even have a face that you'll remember in 10 minutes.
He is the personification of the system. "You look tired," he says. His voice is smooth, like silk over a razor blade. He slides a tablet across the seat. On the screen is a live feed of your mother's house. 2 men in dark windbreakers are standing on her porch. "We don't want to kill you," the man continues. "Killing an auditor of your caliber is a waste of resources. We want to recalibrate you. The world thinks you're dead. Your funeral is already being planned by a neural network. You are a blank slate now. You can be anyone." You look at the countdown on your wrist. 004215. "Why me?" you whisper. The man smiles, but his eyes stay dead. "Because you found the liquidation list in 3 hours. Most people take 3 days. We need architects who can find the cracks so we can fill them with concrete. Help us decide who survives the next financial quarter, and we'll give you back a life you never even dreamed of. Infinite credit, total immunity, digital immortality." You look out the tinted window as the car speeds through the city. You see thousands of people walking the streets, looking at their phones, buying coffee, living in a bubble of safety. They don't know that their expiration date is sitting on a server in a basement. They don't know that their freedom is just a subscription service that the government can cancel at any second. You realize the truth now. The economy isn't built on gold or oil. It's built on sacrifice. In order for the 99% to feel safe, the 1% must be erased, and you've just been invited to be the one who holds the eraser. The car stops in front of a massive, unmarked skyscraper, the central node. This is where the heart of the algorithm beats. The man stands up and opens the door. "You have 30 minutes to make a choice, auditor. Step inside and delete the list, or stay in the car and let the timer hit 0. But remember, if you delete the list, the global market crashes tomorrow. Millions will starve. Riots will burn the cities. You'll save your life, but you'll end the world." You stand on the pavement, looking up at the glass tower. It's a temple built on lies. If you're a hero, everyone dies. If you're a villain, only the inconvenient people die. The countdown pings. 003000. The air feels like lead. You walk toward the entrance, not because you want to save the world, but because you want to see the face of the machine that decided you weren't worth the oxygen you breathed. The elevator to the 99th floor doesn't have buttons. It knows where you're going. As the floor numbers climb, you watch the countdown on your screen. 001000. 000959. The doors slide open to a room made entirely of glass. Below you, the city looks like a glowing circuit board, and in the center of the room stands a single terminal. No keyboard, just a biometric scanner. You walk toward it. Each footstep feels like a heartbeat. You reach the screen and see the master ledger. The names of millions of people are scrolling past at light speed. Every name is a life. Every life is a debt. A voice echoes through the speakers in the ceiling. It's not the man from the car. It's a synthesized voice, the algorithm itself. "Log in, auditor," it says. "The system is imbalanced. To save the currency, the liquidation list must be executed in 7 minutes. If you do nothing, the list is deleted. The banks will fail. The grid will go dark. The chaos will last for decades." Your hand hovers over the scanner. You think about the people in the warehouse, the ghosts. You think about your neighbor, Mr. Hales, who is probably being visited by a cleaning crew right now. Then You look at the bottom of the screen. There is a small hidden file. It's labeled Audit History, Case 001. You open it with a trembling finger. Your eyes widen. The air leaves your lungs. The file shows that this isn't the first time you've been in this room. There are logs, thousands of them. Every 3 years for the last decade, you have stood in this exact spot. Every 3 years you discover the truth, and every 3 years you choose to stay. You aren't a victim of the system. You are its creator. The amnesia protocol wasn't something they did to you. It's something you did to yourself because you couldn't live with the guilt of what you do every day. You audit the world. You pick who dies. And then you pay to have your own memory wiped so you can wake up tomorrow and feel innocent again. The timer hits 0001. The screen flashes Execute liquidation or initialize global collapse. You look at your reflection in the glass. You aren't the hero of this story. You are the cold, hard math that keeps the world turning. You realize now why the man in the car wasn't afraid of you. He knew exactly what you would do, because you've done it before. You press your palm against the scanner. Liquidation confirmed, the machine whispers. A notification pings on your phone. Account restored. $4 million. Your ID turns green. Your expiration date vanishes. You walk to the window and watch the city lights. Somewhere out there, 1,000 lights are going out. 1,000 names are being erased so the rest can keep dreaming. The man from the car enters the room. He hands you a small blue pill. "See you in 3 years, Mr. Auditor," he says. You take the pill. You swallow the lie. As your vision begins to blur and your memories start to dissolve into static, you hear the final chime of the clock. 0600. The audit is complete.